Hi, I'm eXo. This video is going to cover the catalog portion of the media pack for eXoDOS version 6. Now this pack for catalogs is actually a really recent addition. One of the team members, Smiling Spectre, asked if we should add some catalogs, and I thought he was going to go find 5 or 6. Maybe a dozen. I should have known better if Spectre was involved. He found 193. At that point, I had a conundrum on my hands. Do I add these catalogs to every game that each publisher put out? Do I look in the catalog and see what games are mentioned and add the catalog to those games as metadata? And ultimately, because we had so many, I decided they would become their own category and become part of the media pack. As you scroll through here, we'll see you've got like the Border Run software catalog for 1983. We have the 1987 catalog, the 1988 catalog. Now, we don't have every single one. A lot of these were scraped from a single source, and I'm sure more will be added in the future. Our new updater, which will have its own video, is able to add anything we want to our packs. We can add magazines, catalogs, books, soundtracks, games. We can repair old games, add new ones, switch out files. It's really a clever system. And so that means what you're getting here is our first pass of 193 game catalogs. Let's find one that looks fun to open. I like Sierra personally. We'll drop down to Sierra down here. And it loads up. Here we go. Let's look at the big savings inside. Sierra catalog from 1992. And we are in. We have King's Quest VI, new for 1992. And anyone who is a member of our Discord will find this particular picture to be quite familiar. Of course, it's not going to fail to mention that you also have King's Quest 5 and 4 available. 3, 2, and 1 as well. You can also get a hint book for only $10, which, when they are putting random golden bridles in King's Quest 4 on an island that you can never go back to, you might need that hint book, or maybe call that hint line that they came up with as well. Now, there we go. I love it when they have prices. That's where it gets really fun for me, because we get an idea of what these games were going for back then. And some of these games went for well over $100, which, after inflation, we're talking like a $200 or $300 game. Sierra wasn't as bad with that sort of thing. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and scroll through here. I think there was an ordering page in this one. Oh. Johnny Castaway. That is one of the most requested things in eXoDOS. I'm sorry, EXOWin 3X. It is in there, and I have often left it running while I'm doing work just to watch Johnny Castaway on his island. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it was a screensaver that told a story. And over the course of multiple days, he received messages, he had delusions, I think UFOs might come and go. It was really clever. It created a lot of nostalgia that people still talk about it today. The Sierra Network, that will be a whole video. Assuming it's still working by the time I get version 6 out, we have got the Sierra Network back up online. I don't take credit for that. Other users did it, but we've put it into eXoDOS. You can log in. You can talk to people, play casino games. And it doesn't even cost you 50 cents an hour, which that must be after they fixed their prices, because there was a point when you had to pay up front and it was like a couple $100 a month. Alright, that's that whole catalog. Let's find one that has prices in it. Let's see here. How about this one, maybe? No luck. It looks like Sierra learned not to put their prices in the catalog because they were changing them too often. Did they have a... Oh, here we go. That is hard to read. Castle of Dr. Brain was $50. Leisure Suit Larry 2 was $60. Now, this is, what year was this? 1991? So that means that game was about $120 in today's money at the time. Larry 1, $60. And that's for the SCI remake. So it's the same game. You might already own it. But they ported it to SCI and they're going to charge you $60 for it. Wow. It does put into perspective that I can go buy a game like God of War for the PS5 and pay $60 or $70 for it. Not on sale. And I would have paid the exact same amount. Well, again, with inflation, it would have cost a lot more back then. And that doesn't even include the fact how much a computer would have cost to own. a nice one, especially to. Can you imagine if you had the MT32 so you could hear them the way they were meant to be heard? Oh, yeah, there we go. Right down there. An LAPC1 and MIDI interface combo for MS-DOS, only $495. So, you know, what, about $1,000, maybe a little more. The CM32, the Roland 32, 645 or 540, 545 or 645. Astounding. So, for the game, your computer, a Roland 32, MT32, you're talking several $1,000s to try to get Larry laid. And now with eXoDOS, you can do it for free. I hope you guys have fun browsing through the catalogs. It gives a look back into what it was like. And I can't tell you how many nights I stayed up looking through these catalogs, making wish lists, wishing I had a computer that could play some of these games. And just the astonishment I felt the first time I saw a game like King's Quest VI or Goblins 1 or The Seventh Guest. These early CD-ROM games that had really colorful Super BGA graphics. I mean, to be honest, I was amazed the first time I saw graphics and I wasn't playing a text adventure. My first computer was a CGA monochrome AT&T, was it 6800 I think they were called? It had a 10 megabyte hard drive, no mouse, and it was a monochrome CGA, so I had three colors of green and black. So seeing these games in even 4-color CGA or 16-color EGA really blew my mind. And the catalogs was how I knew that they existed. I'd go through them and I'd see these really colorful images. I would read about all the new features they had compared to the version that I had played or that I'd seen. And this is how I live vicariously through my software catalogs. So I'm really happy to present these to you guys and help capture yet another part of MS-DOS history. Thank you for watching the video.